Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Getting back on here with a live stream from the owner operator department here at Swift. Of course, my name's Ian DeGray, and we've got with us Addison. Addison's our lease advisor out of West Valley City, Utah. And then in the green shirt there, we've got Justin Muniz out of our lease advisor out of Phoenix, Arizona. So wanted to jump on here and talk a little bit more about our lease program and Justin's going to talk a little bit about the trucks. Addison's going to talk a little bit about our program. But if you guys have any questions as we're going along, dump those in the chat and we'll get to those as many of those as we can as we go through and talk about the program. So Addison, why don't you jump in and tell us a little bit about what we have going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As Ian said, Addison Johnson out of the Salt Lake City or West Valley, if you're familiar with the area terminal here. We mostly, I wanted to touch mostly on our equipment we've got available. We've heard a lot of responses, a lot of questions. Does Swift have equipment? And the answer is yes. Yes, we do. One of my favorite programs we have in-house, if you are a current company driver, is the FX program. We are running a special on that where we are waiving the initial rent on that. So that saves you some money up front, gets you onto a good path there. Benefit of that, you get a lease the truck that you are currently in, you're comfortable with, you know it's reliable, it's a good start. And then, of course, my favorite, probably the hottest selling item right now in today's market, just because of the low fixed cost, is our MRP program, maintenance repair package trucks. Solid program. Benefit of these trucks, Swift has had these trucks since new, right? And so they've been fleet maintained, thoroughly inspected, serviced, and backed by the 30-day mechanical warranty. So that's also going to ensure that you're off on the best foot as possible. So yeah, definitely the hot selling item though. With today's market, you can't beat the fixed costs that come with those MRP trucks.
Yeah, the cool thing about these trucks is we have our regular lease program, which may be a truck that is anywhere from, new to, let's say, 350,000 miles or something like that. But our MRP trucks are generally out of the manufacturer's warranty. But the good thing about that program is that's what the maintenance repair program is all about, is including and maintaining that equipment with, it includes B services and major repairs, helps to manage a truck with higher miles.
Exactly. So, and of course, always my favorite option as well. If your overall goal is to buy the truck outright, this is probably the most realistic program in the market right now. I mean, you have buyout options as low as 20 to 30 grand. And so great realistic way to actually own the truck outright. So, and then it looks like we've got Justin out there braving the heat with some new trucks, all shiny out there.
Yeah, it's a cool day here in Phoenix. It's only 114 degrees. That's what this truck is reading. So it's a cool day for a nice little motorcycle ride, Edison. But yeah, I'm in one of our brand new 2024 Kenworths out here. This is actually a selection. If you see on the other camera there, it's the red one. This has been reserved for what we call end of lease. So when you complete a full lease, if you wish, you can order a brand new truck just like this and have it spec'd out exactly how you want it. You want leather seats, you can get leather seats. You want a bright candy apple red truck like this, you can get a red truck just like this. You have a lot of different options when you do an end of lease. So that's a really great program. Kind of what Addison was saying, if you want your dream truck, this is the way to do it. Do it, maybe a short-term lease we might have available, order yourself a brand new truck and definitely a great process. And I'll start moving some of the other trucks we got out here. We got the Volvos, and we got, if you saw on the camera there, it's going to get a little loud because I'm getting out. Safety first. Got to do the 3-point exit of the truck. But I'm going to hop into our Volvo truck over here. Volvos, man, these are great trucks. I used to drive one before, too. Let me hop in it real quick.
It's like driving the Cadillac.
Now, All of our trucks will come standard with the 2,000 watt inverter as well. Climate control systems in the rear. Idle control systems with the trucks as well. And most all of them will come with a refrigerator for your use as well. So great trucks. I think we're about to, this is the Kenworth, if you guys know how well the Kenworth run. Smooth as whatever you want to say.
We're in a Volvo
Smooth as,
right there.
this is the Volvo, man. These things are great trucks.
Oh yeah.
These things are great. Look at this. The storage you get in these trucks. TV mount, microwave mount, of course. Refrigerator. You know, plenty of space back here for sleeping. We got the tablets in here for your idle control. So, you know, start the truck up as you're sleeping and, you know, keep yourself nice and comfortable as well. Idle smart for the Volvos.
Save
But
that fuel.
Kevin Kirby says the heat is getting to you.
It is getting to me. I'm born and raised right here in Arizona, but hey, it's getting to me, that's for sure.
Oh man.
Nice.
Looks like we had a question about our training pay there. Ian wanted to touch base on that. So in case you aren't familiar with the program, if you meet the experience requirements as a Swift lease op, you are available for our independent contractor training program. Is that the right vernacular there?
ICTC. That's right.
Exactly. And in case you don't know, the benefit of that program is you're getting paid for all miles that the truck drives. The student, they've got their own salary pay. So that means you could potentially double your income while still as an owner operator with Swift.
Not to mention the satisfaction of training, you know, some of our future drivers to how to be safe out here and get the job done right. You know, Addis and I are both former drivers here at Swift, and we know how important that is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I did 6 years in the mentor program myself. So
I was a mentor as well. Yeah.
Where the gray hair and lack of hair came from. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Wait, you got hair?
A little bit.
He started when he was 14.
That's right.
So another one from Daniel Hallows. Are you requiring a $2,500 down payment for MRP? You want to run through that, Addison?
Yeah, great question. So with all of our new leases, well, starting leases, like if you're getting into a lease, they are right now, unless it's a part of the FX program, of course. So if you're a company driver, you get that's kind of a little bonus for you there. As far as the new starting leases, there is a $2,500 initial rent, and they do $100 installments on that while you pay that off. And there is a little finance charge there, but you just stick with that $100 $100 payment until that's satisfied. So we are still able to get you into the truck with no money up front, and we do give 16 days no truck payment as well to get started.
Good deal. Let's see if we've got some other questions here we can answer. That Volvo that you climbed into, Justin, is that it's a 780?
760.
760.
It is a 760.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Got it.
760.
Okay. Let's see. So we got a few questions about the load board on here. And unfortunately, I don't have a great update for you guys. Brett Stewart wasn't able to join us today, and he's the one that's really got the best updates on that. One thing I do know is that we're very close. So we do have the load board is up and running. We have some drivers that are testing it. We've had a few issues with it. We want it to be perfect before we really launch it to all of our drivers, but we've got the team working on it. We've got a great team working on it at this point, and got a couple of hurdles to overcome. Once we get past that, I really feel like it's going to happen quickly. So I hate to put a time frame on that because we've struggled with that in the past, but I know we've got a good team on it, and we're constantly working on it. Trust me, we know you guys are looking for that and you want it, and we're doing everything we can to provide it. But we want to make sure that when we are able to provide it, that we're providing a really high quality load board for everybody. So
standing in line with that best in class all around for sure.
Yep.
Essentially. So got a question on the requirements of becoming a lease op. So right now for outside applicants and inside actually as well, it's just 9 months over the road driving in the last 3 years with current tractor trailer driving in the last 90 days. Now, the cool part about our program is there is no classroom orientation. We're not going to waste your time. We're going to treat you like a business owner. Okay, so we do all of our onboarding remote, and we're able to get you right into the truck. I know some companies, they require you to drive with their company for 6 months, 12 months, whatever. With Swift's program, our support network, our resources available for you, you're really able to jump in a truck, start a business, and build it from scratch.
Yep,
I
absolutely.
see. I see a couple questions in here from Jeff Simmons and Sam. Kind of like what Addison just touched on. Our minimum requirements for our owner op program here is 9 months of verifiable OTR experience in either van, reefer, or flatbed division. A clean criminal background and a clean work history. No more than 2 moving violations in the 2 years, and no more than 1 at-fault accident. With that small criteria, you're pretty much qualified right there if you can meet that. We could definitely get you rolling here. Reach out to us. We'll get you in a truck. I'm in our MRP truck. This is a 2019 Freightliner Cascadia. It's that gray one that Jake is out there showing it back and forth. But I just hopped over here. It's cold in here.
I think that just shows how through the quality of the shop's time and effort they put into these trucks.
Yeah.
These things are ready to go.
I need a jacket. It's cold in here, man.
Absolutely. And for those of you guys with experience, I know Sam mentioned he has 31 years, and looked like Jeff Simmons said he had 6 years. We've got a place for you. Absolutely. So just get in touch with us at our 800 number, or jump into our website, and you can fill out a short application there. If they'll put that 800 number back across the bottom on the ticker, then you can call us at that number, get a hold of Addison or Justin or any of our other lease advisors that pick up at that number. We can get you going.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I see Bruce asked a question about training, and Kevin Kirby kind of answered that right there. Does the trainer sleep while the trainee's driving? The first 50 hours of our training program, the trainer is required to sit in the front seat with that trainee for the first 50 hours. So you're on duty at that time. So it's a solo operation. After that first 50 hours, if you guys feel comfortable moving forward with that, you can either move to a team operation where one is sleeping while the truck is rolling, or a lot of trainers kind of like to do the super solo or the super solo method. Let the trainee run their 10 hours, and then the mentor could get in and drive another 4 more hours or so on there just to keep the truck rolling, and then it shuts it down at the same time. You both get rest at the same time. So it just really depends on your student and their capabilities and your comfort level. There's no requirement. The only requirement I say on that is first 50 hours that mentor or that trainer has to sit up front.
So Addison, Bruce is asking, can I bring on my own truck?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we like to see 2015s and newer for an outside truck coming in. Just needs to have a DOT inspection completed within 30 days of signing the freight contract. And we also have inside insurance available. We usually get a pretty good deal for my guys that are coming in. Usually a pretty, that's what's going to help keep those fixed costs as low as possible and ensure you're successful over here. Depending on the truck and depending on how good a mood Ian's in, sometimes we can get an exception for a little older if they're in really good shape. So
come on, Ian, be in a good mood, man. Addison and I got to bring on some W9s and some Peterbilts.
That's right.
Yeah. So Chuck is asking, can I get a new truck off the bat?
Justin, you want to take that one?
Yeah, you know what? We do have some new, recently in the past few months, we have been able to get our hands on some new trucks, some 2024s, and I got a couple out here for display as well. So we kind of touched on the initial rent. There is an initial rent you have to put down, but in order for us to reserve one of these new trucks for you, you'll have to, we do require or ask that you put down at least a $500 deposit up front. We could definitely put you in a new truck. Some of our Freightliners or KWs or even sometimes Volvos, if we could get one in hand, we could definitely get you into a new truck for sure.
Okay. Jose, just let you know, reach out to us at that 888 number. Being a Swift driver right now, you've got options for our FX program if you like the truck that you're already in, or we've got 2 other options. If you want to use their new truck or an MRP truck, we can figure out what's going to work best for you. So just get in touch with us and we'll see what we can do to help you out.
If you guys see that other camera view, my good friend Jake out here, he's in that truck next to me. It's that gorgeous purple Freightliner, but that's an end of lease guy right there. So if you, I don't know if you noticed, but it has leather seats in there that the owner has ordered, and it's got escape hatches, what are called escape hatches, but it's back doors basically in the sleeper section. So that driver, I'm lucky he's still here today. He was supposed to be here today to pick it up, but I think he's going to be here tomorrow to pick it up. And I'm thankful because I wanted to display it to you guys because it's a beautiful, gorgeous truck for sure.
It does look beautiful.
So Jeff says, why not internationals?
And we do have internationals there, my friend. So we usually our internationals, it's a no, I wouldn't say one-off, but they're kind of hand-picked. So once we have an owner who is just dead set on internationals, we contract our truck guy, Nick Kovacs, you the man, and we will hand-pick you one. You know, whether you want a short-term lease or if you want a brand new one, we can do that as well. And the internationals do have a Cummins engine in it, Cummins with
Yes.
an Eaton backing on it. So.
Yeah, that Cummins X15, the same engine that we have in those in the Kenworths, and you know they're great. They're still really great trucks. I drove one for a little while too when I was here. They're great trucks, and that Cummins definitely got some power behind it.
Yep, absolutely. And all our trucks are late model equipment. So MRPs are 18s, 19s, and possibly some 20s. And then we've got our used equipment and new equipment would be from, you know, the 20s on up to brand new. So we have a lot of available equipment. I know somebody had asked earlier, and I don't see the question right in front of me, but somebody had asked about intermodal, and I see something else about flatbed. So you want to talk a little bit about availability and kind of what we have to offer as far as the different type of opportunities?
Absolutely. Yeah. So intermodal is kind of hit and miss right now. From my understanding, they're not taking a whole lot of owners right now, just while the railroads figuring their stuff out. Still a lot of dedicated opportunities depending on the region. That's kind of the important part is the region and what we have available in that area. And, you know, I feel like our main objective on the owner side is to ensure that you've got miles to run a
Yep.
business. And so as long as you're approaching it with that open mindedness and that understanding, we'll definitely keep you busy and keep you rocking and rolling.
Right on. Shout out to
Uh,
No Fear Alvin real quick out of Tennessee watching. So
Oh man.
I think I saw somebody back here. They said they drove international in the Marines. First of all, thank you for your service to our country in the Marines. I really appreciate that. Brian Thompson is inquiring about the Bush Beans accounts. Here at Swift, we do have a number of accounts here at Swift. From time to time, some may not be accepting any drivers at any time. They might be full with drivers to just make sure those drivers are getting the miles they need for the week. So the way we go is, you know, we do the best we can to get you on a dedicated account when available.
Exactly. And we could always have that opportunity to work you into a dedicated account.
Yep.
And so that's the kind of the catch 22 with a good dedicated account is they don't lose a lot of drivers. And so, but when those spots do open and you're already in the system, you're ready to rock and roll, you could just slide right in there and get to work.
All kinds of opportunities here at Swift. All kinds of opportunities.
yep, yeah, absolutely. So Jeff, just in case you can't see the banner scrolling across the bottom of our screen, the number you want to call is 888-409-2516. So 888-409-2516 to get in touch with Justin, Addison, or one of our other lease advisors.
Somebody had a question if they FX their 2022, can I roll it to the MRP? The MRP trucks, we're looking for them to be at least 3 or 4 years old. So, you know, if you FX your current 2022, it might be on what's called a short-term lease on the IL program. And then when it gets down to being that age, you can transition over to MRP.
Yeah, which is a great option, you know, because it gets you into that newer truck, the newer technology. But if you're putting in the time between the standard lease and then go through the MRP lease, and then you still get that lower buyout option, you know, so you're almost going to have a 3 to 4 year lease with the truck while it's under either the manufacturer warranty or the MRP program. So you're covered for all those major stuff. And it's like a, you know, extended test drive before you actually put hard earned cash into
Absolutely.
the truck. So,
Yeah. Cool. All right.
All
Well,
right.
thanks you guys for jumping on here and talking a little bit about our program and answering a bunch of questions. I know there's a bunch more out there that maybe we didn't get to that we'll follow up on after this and see what we can do to make sure we get back to everybody who's had a question. So We do have just one quick one for Slick Girl. We do have dedicated accounts for owner operators. It's really simply a matter of availability or opportunity. So if their account happens to be full, you may need to wait for a little bit, but they will put you on a list. They'll help you to get there. We even have a placement center who works to help to make sure that our owners get to the right place that's going to work well for them. So
Exactly.
all right.
Exactly. Huge.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, we'll see you guys soon.
See you guys next time.